don't get me wrong, I love my Adventra. But I booked into a hotel up on the Gold Coast and I left my headlights on. That's bad enough. Then I've come out to find coolant kind of running all through there, and it looks like I've done a heater hose. So joy, joy, joy. Had a bit of a look underneath. I could see roughly where it's coming from, and not hard to figure out. So this is going to be a fun one, and just trying to figure out how to get this this heater hose out and running around to Repco and finding parts. Yay, what a great start to a holiday. So next morning, parked at a spot where we can get to it. It looks like the tap for the heater system down there that's actually leaking. Got to run into Repco, grab another one of those, and probably some more oil as well as some coolant. As far as places go to kind of be stuck, this is not a terrible one.
So with the heater tap, it kind of clips in on the side. It looks like it's just got one, maybe two clips. It's hard to tell from this angle. But you're supposed to just kind of grab it, give it a little bit of a tug, off it comes. Should be rather simple. But the hose clamps are the old school ones you need pliers for, not the ones you just stick a screwdriver on. So I've got to somehow get pliers in, squeeze these hose clamps, get the hose clamps off where I can't really see what I'm doing. Now I've let the motor cool down, so it's not bad, but I'm touching here. There's two hoses on this side, so one at the top, one just there, and then on the back there's another two hoses, which is there and there. So the idea is just to kind of get those off. Now I've managed to loosen them. I will not be using those same heater clamps, but I can feel that it's completely crushed, like the actual plastic of the heated tap is broken off inside the hoses. So I do apologise for the angles and the bad flickering. I'm using like a DeWalt LED torch, so that's not great. But yeah, so there you go. You can see it was all cracked and shattered inside it, and coolant's gone everywhere. So I'm going to have to pull these hoses off and go through and try and hope I get every bit of the plastic that's in there out, which is going to be fun in itself. And it's just a matter of putting decent clamps back on, putting it all back together, and it should be good.
Oh, joy.
So that's the second one, and that snapped completely off. So once you get the front two clips off and you remove the front two hoses, the rear two are actually, I'm not going to say easy, but are much easier to get to than the front ones, because you can then pull the whole thing out and gain access. Now I've sped this bit of footage up because this took way too long to do. I went through and I was just bit by bit trying to pry out these little nasty broken bits, which was getting more and more annoying, and the sort of it would crumble and fall into smaller pieces and then drop back in the hose, and then I'd push the hose back and I'd let a little coolant run through and try and flush it through. In the end, off camera, I ended up pulling this hose off and flushing the hose right through and then putting it back on. But I did get the majority of it out this way. If I ever have to do this again, next time I'm just pulling the hose right off and not mucking around with it this way. It's too much of a pain in the butt. Okay, that's it. Right onto the very last hose. Pull this last hose off. I can take this out and then you can see the two side by side.
No words on how buggered that is. So I ran into Repco and I picked this up quickly. Now, definitely looks a lot better than the other one. A few little things I'm going to change is I also grabbed replacements of the hose clamps because I am not a fan of these things. To me, they're a single-use thing and they're nothing but a pain in the backside to get to. At least this I can reach easily, do up easily. And they're only a couple of bucks, they're nothing. I'll try and put this thing on.
So I muted the original sound on this, and I've put it in fast forward. It's a little annoying just how long it took me to put this back on. I don't know if it was 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Let's just say that it was rather frustrating and leave it at that. It should have been a simple matter of just putting my hand down, slotting them back on, tighten them up, problem solved. But it turns out I didn't know anything about spraying a bit of WD-40 on them, so I tried to get them on and they just wouldn't move. And I quickly had a look online, people saying, yeah, spray a bit of WD-40 on them or some type of lubricant and they'll slot back on easily. Editing this together and watching it, I've sped it all up for multiple reasons. One, I don't think anyone really needs to watch me putting hoses on. But at the same time, you might spot something that, you know, I've done that I didn't even realize I've done, or you might see an easy way for me to do it. But it was just an awkward spot to get to, and you've got to wait until the motor's cold. You've got to remember to spray like WD-40 on things. You've got to watch out for the air hose. There's all these little things that I don't think I've even mentioned in the video that as I'm watching it back doing the editing, I'm like, oh, yeah, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. But I think it's not as hard a job as I thought it was going to be. It's just an awkward job. So if you're going to do this, take your time. I mean, no way is this an educational video or an how-to, but I hope you do take away something from it.
Okay, so I'll put this from the back. It's a little bit easier. Top one. Yeah, there you go. A little bit WD-40 on that really helps. Okay. Well, my phone now stinks of WD-40, but that's all 4 pipes on. I just have to tighten them up, put the air hose on, and then fill this. So I started the car, let it run for a bit, waited until it heated up, turned on the heater, let everything flow through. Doesn't appear to be any leaks. Everything did exactly what it's supposed to do. I don't know where this video fits. Not really a how-to guide, but at least we got to see it done. It needed to be done. It's done. Just looking forward to not having any more issues given the fact that I've had so many with the water. There is another one coming. I know that I have to get in and change this power steering pump, which is another thing I've never done. So how hard can that be? I reckon you'll see that as another video very, very soon. But for now, thank you for watching, and yeah, don't be too harsh on me when you comment on this because I really didn't have a clue what I was doing. But all right, thanks. So I finished the video and I was doing the editing and I noticed how disgustingly dirty my motor was. I thought I'll just come out and give it a quick 2-second, you know, clean. So I sprayed it with some degreaser, and whilst I was waiting for the degreaser to sort of do its job, I noticed that was bubbling, and you could clearly see it coming out. So I've just gone through and tightened that up a little bit and put a new cap on, and it's all working perfectly now. Might just be a good idea whenever you do anything radiator, check the other hoses, check the other clips, just in the off chance. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm pretty confident my next video is going to be how to change that power steering pump because, ooh, wow, it makes some noise. All right, thanks guys.